Hi guys, last time I was with you, we were at level 7 and I only had an imp as my companion, as my summoned demon. However, now, I apologise for a bit distracted. I was keeping an eye on that enemy who's walking by, but luckily he didn't seem to notice. Oh, that one also. Okay, I was going to introduce you to the new combat element bit by bit, but it looks like I'm forced to fight here. And now the other one's seen me. Lovely. This is why normally you're better off. Hang on, let's get the volume down a bit. This is why normally you're better off finding somewhere quiet with no enemy spawns to actually quit your game. I'll try and move and talk at the same time so I can get the hell out of it. Well, as I said, last video of my adventures in World of Warcraft, we were, as I said, using an undead demonology warlock, and last time we were level 7. I only had an imp as my available summon demon, and the spells that I had available were very few. I should be safe around here. Now, however, things have changed a little bit. It's only been a short space of time, but as you can see up here, I am now level 18. I now have the Felguard as my companion. I don't get the succubus until level 20, I believe. And the spells I currently have at my disposal, or at least the ones I'm using regular, as we can see here, this bar, by the way, is for controlling the summoned demon, as I say, because now you can control them directly, although usually it's best just to let them go to their own, device, work on their own devices anyway. Anyway, looking at our available spells and abilities in the bar here, from left to right again, we've got Shadow Bolt, still your bread and butter, still, the spell that you will be spamming after most of your DOTs. Next one, Immolate, exactly the same as I explained in the last video, still wants to be on an enemy at all times, that hasn't changed. Next one, music just died on me, oh well. Next one is Corruption. And now this one, again, was available, I believe, in the last video. As I say, it also wants to be on the enemies at all times. Next to that is a new spell, since the last video, Bane of Agony. Now this, as it says in the description, the tooltip there, it causes shadow damage over time, so it's damage over time and it's shadow damage. Again, this one, like Corruption and Immolate, you want to keep on your enemies at all times. Now, later on, in later levels, you'll gain a different Bane, Bane of Doom. Now, you can only cast one Bane, you can only have one Bane active at a time, and I highly recommend that Bane, at that time, is Bane of Doom. We're using Bane of Agony now because that's the only Bane available to us, pretty much. And how many more times can I say Bane in one sentence? My God, the word Bane will become the bane of my humanity. Yes, okay, enough of that anyway. Next one, Drain Life. I cannot honestly remember whether we had that one before, but we have it now either way. Allows you to draw health from a target. So say if your health's running low from damage, or your life tap is taking your health down a bit, you can use Drain Life then to drain life from the enemy and, restore yourself. Useful if your Felguard is tanking and you're not actually currently being targeted but your health is running low. Life tap, we had that one in the last video, I explained that one to you. Create health stone, basically does exactly what it says there, creates a health stone, an item that you can use to heal yourself. If you actually use soul burn, which is one we'll come in, the ability we'll come into in a second, then when you create the health stone you create will restore more health. Okay, next to this we have Drain Soul. Deals low damage to your enemy and attempts to steal their soul. Basically, it can help you restore soul shards on the fly while in battle. However, normally I would recommend another ability that I'll show you in a minute. Soul Burn, here we go, we've got to it. Now this basically makes some abilities, you know, add some extra power and oomph. Your summoning demon will make it an instant summon pretty much. Not really useful, as most of the time you'll be summoning your demon out of battle anyway. However, if you already have Soul Burn active, like say you just created a health stone, then by all means, you know, if you haven't got your demon summoned, summon your demon and take advantage of that instant summon effect. Also with casting Searing Pain, which I don't believe is available to us yet. I think I might have unlocked it, but I've not been to the trainer yet, as I say, so I don't have access to it still. 100% critical chance with Searing Pain. Drain Life, channels twice as fast for half as long. So basically, if you use the Drain Life skill, it will be faster and more effective and might well be more useful at saving your life. Next to that, we have Cannibalize, been through that before, it's just a racial ability. And then we have Summon Demon. Now, the differences in summon monsters available since the last video, we've still got our Imp. So if I really wanted to, as you can see here, I could dismiss my Felguard and bring the cute little Imp back. The issue with that is he's not quite as useful as the Felguard. You know, he'll still toss fireballs from afar and whatever, but there's not much more he'll do. Like I say, yeah, Firebolt is his main ability. And then he also has Blood Pact, you know, so if you have your Imp, basically, party and raid members' stamina are increased by 16, so he does increase your stamina though. And then the next summon, which we had since the last video, is the Void Walker. So if I just dismiss this one and summon this guy. Now this one is probably the most effective tank, in all honesty. He is really good at drawing enemy aggression. However, I tend to prefer the Felguard once the Felguard is unlocked. I do them in order, you know, these ones, as I unlock them, use the Imp until the Felguard's unlocked, and then use the Felguard as my tank. And then once the Felguard, hang on, let me try that again. Use the Imp from the start, because that's what you're given. And then I go on to use the Void Walker once I've unlocked him as my tank, and then I use the Void Walker until I've unlocked the Felguard, and then the Felguard is pretty much with me the whole time until level 20 now, when I unlock the Succubus, and then I'll be using the Succubus as my companion, except quite possibly during raids and the like, so to say, when I might be using a lot of AoE spells and abilities, but I probably won't be using them until a higher level anyway. So until a much higher level, you know, 50 plus or whatever at least, then I'll probably still be using the Felguard. I'll probably still be using the Succubus as my main companion. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go back to the Felguard. Takes a few seconds to actually cast.
not waste my time, lesser creature.
Okay, so we've got our Felguard back, and now let's go through a couple of the abilities that I might have unlocked since the last video that I find useful at the moment, but I might not use quite so often. So, ignore the affliction ones, because any affliction ones I find useful at the moment, all down here anyway, I've been through them all. So, let's start with Demonology. Now, as you can see, there's a new spell, there's a new power that's unlocked now, Create Soulstone, which I'll be able to have access to once I have speaking with the trainer. What that basically does is it's an instant res basically. If you use a Soulstone on yourself, then when you die, you'll pretty much instantly return to life, you know, right on the spot without having to go through all that palaver of finding your corpse and whatever. Very useful, extremely useful to have a Soul Stone active, you know, pretty much at all times on yourself. Let's see, other ones are new. Control Demon, it's passive, but that's what gives you these, you know, options to be able to, you know, have direct control over your summoned demon. Demon Armor, not really all that useful to be honest at the moment. Health Funnel. Now basically that heals your summoned demon pretty much. You need to keep it channeled. It can be useful out of battle if your summoned demon is particularly low on health. Underneath that, Soul Harvest. This is your out of battle healing. It will basically heal you a great deal. Plus it will restore all your soul shards. You know, if you've used a soul burn or two. Unending Breath basically allows you to breathe underwater. Now let's have a look at the destruction ones. Now, the destruction ones, any that would have been useful, I'd have had down here. The ones I've unlocked that I've not yet got from my trainer are Rain of Fire. Now that's a channeled AoE attack, although I don't really use it at the moment, and I probably wouldn't use it unless I was in a raid, and even then I probably wouldn't be using it in a raid at the moment at this low level. Underneath that, Searing Pain apparently deals moderate fire damage at medium range, but causes the target to be very angry with you. Best used in conjunction with Soul Burn to grant the 100% critical strike chance. Probably won't be using it much at the moment, but it is an option, you know, it is something there. So that's basically it of my spells. You've pretty much seen me in battle now already, but let's get into battle with one of the creatures around here, just so you can see pretty much the method used now. It's pretty much the same as it was before, with some slight differences. Now let's say we're going to target this fella, okay, once we get close enough. There we go, we see his health bar. Now we're targeting him. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start with Immolate, then cast Corruption as quickly as possible, and then cast Bane of Doom. Once we see Bane of Doom active, that's when we start spamming our Shadow Bolts. So pretty much like this. Immolate, Corruption, Bane of Agony, Shadow Bolt. I think I might have said Doom before, that's what Shadow Bolt again, and just, you know, Shadow Bolt until he's dead. And obviously the Felguard is a great help because he acts as a tank and he can pretty much wipe out, you know, help wipe out the enemy far faster. And I also have the skinning profession, so skinnable animals I can skin for light leather at the moment. At the moment I'm in the Northern Headlands, as you can probably see here. I'm doing quests, you know, for regaining Gilneas basically, and just wiping out the Worgans and the human assistants and whatnot. At the moment I'm heading back to Captain Rucksack at Rucksack's Guard in the ruins of Gilneas. I won't bother showing you that quest and the likes, because I think I said in the last video, I don't intend this to be a let's play, just documenting some of my adventures in World of Warcraft. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed watching. You know, I think that's all. I think that's all I've got to show you now. Let's say until the next video. Probably by the time this video is uploaded, there'll be a few changes, and by the time the next video is made, I'll probably be much higher in level, and there'll probably be a few more dramatic changes about the character. As I say, and some changes in the basic way I've done battle, and I probably have done at least 1 or 2 raids since then as well. So this is J800R. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.